So Motorola partnered with Bose and created these. But are they really Bose quality with Motorola price? Well, let's find out. First of all, let's talk about the specs with these earbuds. Battery life. They get about 8 hours of continuous playing, and with the charging case, you can get up to 38 hours, which is pretty good considering the size of this case. It's pretty small. The earbuds themselves actually have dual drivers, and one of them is a tweeter, which is actually 6 millimeters, and another one is a woofer, which is 11 millimeters. Pretty curious that the woofer is bigger than the tweeter. Normally it's backwards, but it's pretty interesting because the sound is probably not what you would expect. Inside the case, you get nothing but a couple of ear tips to replace the ones you have on the earbuds, different sizes. You also get a USB Type-C cable so you can charge them, and they're also compatible with wireless charging. They have nothing else inside the case, and the unboxing is pretty simple as well. They are IPX5 rated, which means you can use them for exercising, and actually I do like that a lot because the interior of the earbuds is actually completely matte, which means they will not slip and you can use them for exercising without any issues. So if you want a pair of earbuds for the gym, these might actually be a good option because the size on them is also pretty comfortable. They're pretty similar to AirPods Pro. They're like a little bit shorter, but not bad. And I actually wore them for quite a while and didn't have any issues with them being comfortable or not. So if you want to run, want to jump, or want to do any type of outside activities with them, you will have no issues whatsoever unless you have a different type of ears, because that is pretty hard to rate and pretty hard to review. Everybody has different types of ears, but I think for most people, these will actually be okay. Motorola also says they have a hybrid ANC, which means the ANC can become stronger or lower depending on what you need on them. But I'll tell you a little bit more what I think about ANC and also transparency mode on these earbuds. But first, let's talk about something that I do think is very important, and that is the app. You can use these with iOS. You can connect them straight out of the box and they will work fine. You don't need anything additional to make them work, but they don't have an application inside of iOS. The only place where you can actually get an app is in Android. So if you have an Android device like Motorola or Samsung or any other Android device, you can download the Motorola Buds app, and that way you can use pretty simple controls because the app is pretty underwhelming. I thought it was going to be a little bit better, but you can only control a few things. It's like a Bluetooth controller in a way. It's pretty weird. I thought the app was going to be a lot better, but at least you have something. And yes, you can update the firmware, which is a nice touch and is pretty important for earbuds of this type. Now, let's talk about the ANC. How strong is it? Well, I can tell you it's pretty strong, but it's not the strongest I've tried in this type of earbuds. I've tried, for example, the WF Mark 5s from Sony. Those are a lot stronger than these. AirPods Pro 2 are also stronger than these, as well as the original Bose Ultras. So no, you don't have the Bose ANC cancellation with a Motorola price. And as a matter of fact, I think you have almost nothing from Bose except a couple of things that are actually sound related. But before talking about the sound, I also want to tell you, touch controls are pretty good. They're pretty responsive. You don't have to press them too hard so you don't poke yourself with the earbuds inside, so you won't have any issues. And another thing that actually surprised me and I think is pretty good is transparency mode. ANC might not be the most powerful one, but it's decent. But transparency mode feels very natural. It doesn't feel robotic whatsoever. Lets you hear your outside perfectly, but you can still hear the music. So it has a very good quality of transparency mode, which surprised me for the price. Now, audio quality. What do you get out of these earbuds? Well, first of all, surprisingly, you get very clear highs, very clean mids, which I didn't expect. Remember I told you the woofer is a lot bigger than the tweeters? That normally relates to a lot more bassy sound, which the bass is not bad on this pair, but it's definitely not as strong as I thought it would be. I don't think it would be enough for a couple of bass hits, but I do think it would be enough for most people. It's pretty clean, it's compact, and it's not all over the place, which is something I like. So I actually consider these being a little bit more balanced than I expected. They do favor a little bit more the bass, but not as strong as they should for the specs they have. So not bad at all. And again, I think that will be perfect for most types of music. Another thing you should actually know is the microphone quality. And this is what you can expect out of the microphones in these earbuds. And this is what you can actually expect from these earbuds. The mic quality is pretty decent. Again, it's not the best I've tried, but it's actually not the worst. I think it's just good enough. Also, the battery life helps you out quite a bit in case you want to have a long meeting or you give maybe classes online. This will help you out quite a bit with those 8 hours of continuous playing. Not bad. But what do you guys think? Do you like the microphone quality or you think it's a little bit iffy? So overall, these are pretty good earbuds. I actually like them, but I only have one issue with them. And the main issue I have with them is the price. The price is $125 depending where you live. Where I live, that's the official price. And for that price, you get pretty good battery life, pretty decent sound. You get pretty good touch controls, a good mic, great transparency mode, but you get a pretty underwhelming app. By the way, they also have LHDC codecs in case you want to listen to lossless audio, which is a nice touch. But the problem with this is that a lot of earbuds have all these specs and have a better app for a lot less money. For example, the OnePlus Buds Pro 3 are actually better than these, and they're practically the same price. They also have a better battery life, they have a better app, and overall, I think they're a better earbud. Also, Earfun has quite a few models that outperform these, as well as Soundpeaks. So the issue with these is that they're actually nothing like what you would expect from Bose earbuds. Yeah, they might have been sound tuned by them, maybe because of the woofer, but I think that's about it. Not even the sound is relatable to Bose if you ask me, but that actually depends on what you actually consider Bose to be sound-wise. But I don't consider they're even similar to anything Bose, and that's not a bad thing. I'm not a fan of Bose in general. A lot of their products are actually too bassy for me, so that depends on what you prefer. But for the price, they're decent, although there are other options in the market. But what do you guys think? Would you buy these Moto BudsPlus just because they say designed by Bose? I think there are better options. Maybe if you get them on sale, maybe if you can get them for like $100, it would be a great deal. But $125, definitely not. And if you want another option that aren't these earbuds, well, maybe check out this video over here. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe because it helps us out quite a bit.